All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Somehow, some way, we have tried to scrap the audio back together. So we are quickly going to figure out if we are good or not. I guess give us the nod in chat. Epiphany, are you feeling Blake is here? They're going up against Eden Prairie. Blake on the attacker side of things, so definitely gonna have to look to get off to a quick start. Starting with attack.
Yeah, for sure. Again, folks, just audio problems, but I am glad that we are back and ready to go here. Hopefully, it's going to be not your typical type of stream, but we're doing what we can here. And now it's time to move on from that towards our game. It's going to be the side of Blake, though. Definitely locking in that early team composition. You've got Alex on the chamber. And that's kind of something we didn't see last time around, and they didn't do too well when that happened. But now we're seeing these kind of returns to the typical composition. One thing I'll also note is you got Piggy on the Brim instead of the KO. That's also a little bit of a deviation from the typical here. But then you
Choose
look
your
on
agent.
Breach, and then you look over towards the side of the defenders here, and it seems like they're still trying to figure things out. But I will highlight Neon. Definitely interesting there.
Yeah, going for a double duelist composition on this Eden Prairie side of things off our other intern rocking the chamber. So interested to see how that one's going to play out. But we see some matching name cards at least for the side of the Blake Bears. So Epiphany, your boys and gal are pulling up in some matching unis, if you will.
Yeah, they're unified, You've got the Sage on the, or rather on the Viper on the front side there with the nice brim, or, oh gosh, I forget. Regardless, it's a beautiful tag. I love it. And, one thing that I'll also point out here for Raze is that's something that Chuckles has been picking up lately, and I've noticed him really start to improve with that character. I'm curious to see kind of what he does with that. He has been fragging out with it, and we'll see if he's able to take the side of Eden Prairie here to the gunfights. But regardless, it's time to kick things off here soon. It's going to end up being those attackers, the Blake side, here on the offense to start things off. We'll see how they kick things off over towards this B site, as it seems like right now, it's already Eden Prairie preparing for this push a little bit.
Yeah, Eden Prairie, I mean, a little bit of a three-man stack over towards, stack over towards this B site. Nothing crazy though position-wise. Player towards market and a couple players close. Neon up close. Nice dart. Will spot out these attackers early.
Yep, it's going to be an early spot coming out, and well, it seems like right now the Sova Dart definitely doing a good job of getting that information going, but you can see it's all going to be about the initial gunfights. It's Chuckles finding the first one on the loop to get that first blood headed into his favor. It's going to be the Headhunter in the hands of Alex as well. No dice for him just yet, but look at the numbers start to sway. My lord! Suddenly, Blake hit the ground so quickly. They were right into that site so early on. They lost the gunfights, but hey, Alex, maybe he's got the ice. Not enough just yet, though. He's able to find one, but gets taken down in the end. Definitely a little bit of a breakdown there for Blake.
Yeah, man, tough getting out of that lane position. They really got stuffed up from the utility usage put down from the defenders, and then Goman Asai with the 4K, man. That was just magnificent shooting coming out of that Neon there and putting that Ghost to work. Now Blake in a tough spot, money not looking great, and the side of these defending Eden Prairie squad is like looking good with the weapons. I mean, you got Guardian, you got Ares, a couple Spectres, and then it seems as though off Saban for a potential off round 3. Oh, beautiful shot from Salt.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just sends Chuckles to the Shadow Realm.
I mean, honestly, you're totally right. It's just kind of those initial first bloods, too, that we talk about that are so important here to opening up these rounds. But now towards the mid side of the map, Blake trying to play their numbers well. It's going to be Paper. She's got the bomb in her hand, trying to move this one over towards one of the sites. But so far, the battle has gone down in the middle of the map. More players start to fall for the Blake side, but trays go down. And it is going to be Piggy finding one with a pistol. But here comes Luke for the next one. Alintex, though, he's got his finger on the trigger, but off. He's here to cause some chaos. And, well, it is only one player left up for Blake, and off with the two-piece. Definitely sends the catalyst of that round forward.
Good move coming out from the squad of Eden Prairie, moving up through middle map, playing it together, right? Peeking that together really pays the difference. The stacked up weapons that they had available to them, much stronger than the pistols, right? Especially from that longer range. So on the side of Blake, you have rifles now. and you're trying your best to kind of pop out here and make it happen. Because if you give a 3-0 and you lose this bonus, you're kind of looking down a dark barrel.
For sure, yeah, you definitely want to get this round right here. It's incredibly crucial. Talk about crucial, though. It's going to be these first bloods again that are so important. Piggy, though, this could be a massive gunfight win if he's able to get it. We'll see if he's able to do so. Now Luke towards the inside. It's going to be backing off right now. Marshall out. We'll see if he can make work with that. And Paper getting lit up real good towards the backside.
Wow.
Genesis, though, able to find that one. And it is going to end up being man advantage towards the side of Eden Prairie. Lintex, Paper, they each amount for one of their own, though, and the dice are rolling in their favor. But look at the trades go down, and suddenly Eden Prairie has taken back control.
Yeah, the HP bar is not looking good on Paper either. It seems like Eden Prairie have them right where they want them. Paper gets wall banged, and now it's only Chuckles in a 1-on-3, and almost certainly going to be around the way of Eden Prairie. Bonus round not going the way, or I mean bonus round rather going the way of Eden Prairie, and Blake failing to convert a gun round. We have seen this time and time again now, and frankly, Epiphany, this is the start of the end, man. You lose that gun round after losing these first 2 rounds. You go back to a full economy reset. So Blake's not even going to have the weapons to contest these Eden Prairie defenders. So they're going to have to make do on this next gun round coming up after this. But this should be a round won favorably by the side of Eden Prairie.
Yeah, this is where things really start to crumble. You know, it's just you needed one of those first starting 3, but if you're not able to deliver, well, then you get screwed over later on very easily. And, well, it seems like... Oh, maybe shots by 1 for Gomensai. He's able to find 1, but it is right now still Blake with the man disadvantage getting absolutely picked apart. You can see Eden Prairie with the meticulous action, with the guns in hand that you're looking for. Gomensai shooting bodies. Oh no.
Yeah, man. You know, the sad part is Blake's on attack and they're getting killed in their spawn. Like, no respect, no remorse. Absolutely pushing down and executing their targets. Eden Prairie making quick work of them. Granted, they didn't have the best weapons last round, so they couldn't really fight for themselves much. But now here with guns again, I give this like the last real good chance to crack back into it. For the side of Blake, they gotta find success on this round.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is just really do or die right here. You're hanging on by a thread. You go down 0-5. That is not a spot you want to be in whatsoever. And again, folks, this is such an influential and important game for the Blake Bears. They could go negative for the rest of the season if they lose this match. It's been a rough start for them. They need this one in their favor. Paper for 1, but Salt and Swiss able to amount for 2. It's Pinstripes in the kill feed, and the bowling ball of Eden Prairie continues to roll here. But right now you can see that it is Salt still finding 2 more. Make that a 3rd for extra good measure. My goodness, Blake, our face in the ground. Grab the body bags. An absolute reaping right now by Eden Prairie.
My goodness. Yeah, so far, very much a struggling game here. Showing out right now. This squad of Eden Prairie is just moving together. They're playing off of each other nicely and making real easy work of Blake so far. There's just not enough team synergy or coordination that I'm seeing from the Bears side.
Revealing area.
No, they need that coordination. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I mean, they had a very good start to the preseason. They come into the main season and they're struggling. And the struggles only continue against a rough squad. And it just seems like right now they are getting picked apart continuously. That's another beautiful 2-piece for Salt. Paper with the Marshall, able to find 1, but the man advantage still not in their favor. And now you try to work this A site, but it seems like you have your roaming duelist towards the middle of the map. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but maybe the rotation starts to come through here soon for Chuckles, but it seems like right now it's just Eden Prairie playing with their food.
I couldn't agree more. Here we have it. I mean, disadvantage, you know, 3v4 rather. You have res on Paper, so if she can get close enough to a corpse and get a teammate back into it, maybe you can even the score. But right now, moving up through middle, Paper is close to breach, but running into the open arms of
30
this Omen
seconds
with the
left.
Odin, and he's been putting in some work so far.
Yeah, and we were
Spike,
talking
gonna try to
about
be
this.
planted.
Go, go, go.
We were talking about this before, right? Is that once you go down 0-5, things get really difficult, and then
down,
once
B.
the numbers don't go in your favor, it gets even harder. No dice though
10
for either of
seconds
those
left.
players in that gunfight, as it is going to be this Blake squad finding 2, making it a 2 versus 2 with the time never in
enemy
your
remaining.
favor when you need it, and it is going to be only Chuckles left up with no time to spare. An unfortunate situation for Blake there, as they did get the numbers slightly going in their favor, but in the end, the time always beats you.
Yeah, man, Blake's just not playing together. I mean, you see it on the minimap. All 3 players in different worlds of the minimap, not playing near each other whatsoever. They're running out of time. Nobody's making the right moves towards the bomb, and they're down 6-0. So, frankly, right now, Blake either need to wake up and snap back into the game and start getting it going, or this one's like coming to an early end. They have 5 ultimates to play off of here, so definitely a lot in the arsenal to back them up, but they're going back towards B Epiphany, and this is where the Omen has been doing so much work with this wall bang. And now look at Jet on the flank.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting strategy there with the wall bang. I can't say I've seen that one too much, but hey, it works out, I guess. But it seems like right now Blake trying to have that team synergy a little bit more. You can see them on the minimap moving together here, but if you don't win the gunfights,
down, mid.
you will get punished. That's Swiss for 2. And Blake, again, the numbers never in their favor, as it seems like right now they are just continuously going to keep getting picked apart. But talk about picking apart, it's going to be another 1 from 2 Blake players. We'll see if maybe this goes in their favor. It's a 1 versus 1. Luke, Alex, we know how strong of a player he is. He tries to do anything he can for this Blake squad. And right now, if he has the ice, he could be their saving grace. And you're already past the breaking point. Right now, Phantom in hand, trying to find where this player might be. Luke now on the approach in towards the site, nodding his head. Now it's going to be inside of the smoke. No! Alex not able to get the clutch up that time around, and the defuse with a bunch of time to spare for Luke.
Yeah, man, this is a slaughter right now. There is no way of spinning it in a nice way for these poor Blake Bears. As you can see, falling victim to Eden Prairie at the moment, man, and it's a best of 1. So if you don't start getting this pointed in the right direction, and this is the other thing I'm going to say right now, and this is kind of going to be, you know, the point of Epiphany starting to tear up. It's a very, very defense-sided map. This map should not be, or I guess it is defense. So my apologies. I mean vice versa. This is a point to start looking up Epiphany. My apologies. If Blake could come away with a couple rounds here and then show a very solid defensive half, they could maybe find some success here. They hold for the push, and Paper opens things up with the first blood. So not a bad start to this round.
Yep, not a bad start indeed, and as you mentioned, of course, always, is that first blood becomes so pivotal in making that round swing in your favor, but you got to play things careful from there. As right now, we sit towards a standstill towards the backside. You have some players playing a part here in the Blake squad. I get a bit worried about that. You might play for a one-on-one fight that you might not win. Here comes Gomensai on the way out, but Paper, she's got the Marshall in hand, ready to go. It's going to end up being Piggy finding one as well onto off. 2 versus 4. Double man advantage for the Blake Bears here.
This is what I'm talking about, right? A complete different look. Blake slowed down the gameplay. They play together, and look at how rewarded they get. There's no actual patience being shown from the Eden Prairie squad. They're kill hungry, and they push out aggressive, but a problem now. Paper has not crossed into A main with the Spike yet, so Spike is cut off Epiphany, and let me tell you, might not be ready for this.
Oh,
and there it is. Spike down.
That's
Trouble.
Unfortunate occurrence there, and well, Luke now trying to maybe try to clutch this one up here. It's still 2 versus 3. Wouldn't even really call it a clutch, I guess. And well, the time not in the favor, but the numbers are now starting to swing in his direction. Luke, are you gonna get taken down here, or are you gonna keep going? Piggy, you go for the peek, but you get ripped apart. You gotta win the gunfights, Blake. It's going to end up being Alex, the last man up. He's got the spike. He's trying to plant it. Is he gonna do it in time? He will. This time, the same 1v1 as before. The same spike plant. Will he have the ice this time around? No, he won't. It is the 4K coming in for Luke.
It is so not okay that Blake just lost that
Oh
round,
my
dude.
goodness.
It's just, man,
Oh,
lackadaisical. Epiphany, I hate to say it. There are players on a site that hear that Omen teleport into that wine spot. They're the exact same spot that he teleported into. They do not help their spike get across, and they just drop a 1v4 for no apparent reason. I mean, it's just very poor team play coming out from Blake right now, to be quite honest, because they did so much hard work at the beginning of that round to finally get on the board, and then they throw it all away, right? Like that's
yeah.
genuinely what happened.
It's also just so painful to see, one cutoff player causing all of the problems for Blake. I mean, if you get
I
that
knew it when I
spike
saw
planter
it.
taken down, at this point, like, you just got to get that trade. If you can't get a trade, then you are going to get completely punished for it. Well, now Alex opening things up with the first blood again here. As it seems like Blake trying to play this one as careful as possible, but you gotta be decisive, yet you also gotta be hesitant enough to where you won't get ripped apart like before. Here comes Chuckles, trying to maybe cause some damage over towards the site, but it is going to be Blake finding their way in. Showstopper comes out here from Chuckles. That could be a lot of damage indeed as well. Boombot as well coming out. It's going to end up being Salt as well with the jet all towards the top side. Swiss grip though. That could be a devastating Sova bow. He's able to get that kill as well. And now Blake again. The numbers are dwindling and the kills are not present in the kill feed. Any kind of chance for that round has been ripped away from under their noses once again.
Yeah, man, this is getting pretty outrageous. Blake are throwing everything they have at him, and frankly, not even able to crack into the scoreboard quite yet. 9-0 lead. Eden Prairie are well on their way to finding their first victory of the season, man. This is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, man, this Valorant League is a tough league to compete in. Even at an 0-2 scoreline, you have dangerous teams like this Eden Prairie squad, and no week is going to be an easy week, is what Blake are finding out right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Good nade from Chuckles.
They had a successful preseason, but then things really have slowed down. Blake, you are down 0-9. The gravity of that is something you just don't see with many schools whatsoever. As now already man disadvantage over towards the Blake squad. Another one bites the dust. And it is going to end up being Eden Prairie slaying them out again. This is just bullying right now. It is unbelievable what is happening. Oh my god! What on earth was that?
Man.
That is just not okay.
The fact that she was stunned up, so not even able to scope in, and yet is able to hit that no scope is just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, should not be getting that kill in any world that is existent in our universe. Okay, I'm talking alternate dimensions. Okay, that was the luck. I'm talking 0.003 for that shot right there. Crazy that we just saw that no scope.
I mean, I'm lost for words, Skep.
Same, man.
I really am. I don't know what to say. This is the first time in me casting MNVL that I just don't know what to say. I mean, I'm bewildered right now by the circumstances that Blake has put themselves in time and time again. Like, you have Eden Prairie just absolutely playing their game right now, and Blake not knowing what theirs is. They do find their way onto the site. This is a moment of hope. You get that plant going, and it seems like for the first time here, you might have a normal round from an attacking team. But off towards the top side with the operator, trying to cause any chaos possible. We'll see if he's able to find one, but Blake, right now, you have a flurry of players into the site. That's good positioning coming out of Chuckles. You gotta tip that one. But still, it is the numbers going in the favor of Blake right now. Luke able to find one, but you finally get the trades if you're Blake. But you start to crumble a bit. Salt, you're able to find two. Elintex, though, with the trade, it's a 1 versus 1. No HP on both of these players. This is do or die. Elintex, you finally get the kill. And Blake, they finally get the first round in 11 on the board.
Man, it took them a while, but Blake eclipsed the scoreboard at round 11. Now getting into it. And good from them. Right? It took them a bit. They finally get on the board. But now here we are. You know, Definitely trying to pull this next one. You got to make it a 10-2 half if you want a realistic chance and hope at getting into the next half and finding some success. But here we are,
You want
last
to
round of the first
play?
half,
Let's
and
play.
Blake going at it for one more round of attack.
One more round left on the board here before we switch sides, and Blake, they're going to have a major victory lap if they want to try to secure this one in any shape or form. Well, 4 versus 4 is what the numbers have dwindled down to already, and well, Gomen Asai towards the middle side of the map, trying to see if he can find anything, but he gets absolutely domed by Alux. Good shot coming out of the young gun, but we'll see if he's able to find any more. Paper with another good help onto Chuckles there as well. And it seems like right now you can see that Blake, they do have all players up. Eden Prairie struggling to stay alive in this round.
Yeah, 3-on-5, those ops really playing into it in the long haul of the round, but now gonna get spotted out on this push. We'll see if Off can hit some big shots for his team. He starts out onto Alux, so now trying to ult onto the site. The push comes out, but Swiss Grip drops Paper. Now how many more can you find, Swiss? Up
Yeah,
close,
we'll
gets
see.
blinded up by a perfect blind, showstopper to do it. And now it's a 1v3 and a golden opportunity for the Bears to make
30
it
seconds
a
left.
10-2 half.
Spike planted.
Yeah, a golden opportunity for a 10-2. I did not think I would be hearing that one today, man, but regardless, it's something. You can get something on the board here, and Luke,
Better than
well,
nothing.
we know what this guy has done. He is a clutch man. We'll see if he has the ice this time around as he approaches the site. Piggy.
Oh
He's
boy,
got the
that's
cutoff
it.
as well, but here comes Luke in a Lintex. He's got his gun up and ready to go, and Blake, hey, that's 2 in a row.
Switching
First half
sides.
complete. Now Blake, they go again towards the defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, you know, tough in the end, 10-2. And I mean, overall, right, 2 really good rounds at the end of it all for Blake. They find a way to puncture that impenetrable defense that Eden Prairie was putting up, but now it is their turn to show their iron wall of a defensive half. We'll have to see how they produce. But right now, Eden Prairie set up for a bit of a split and a fake of a play, maybe. Jack gonna open things up to over towards B, and the rest of the squad trying to get out into A site. So Epiphany, we'll have to see, but Blake have to find success early.
Yeah, they gotta find success early. That is the keywords to look at early. You have to get that first blood. It is so influential. Well, it seems like already engagements could be going down that might favor the side of Eden Prairie. Well, Salt, just as I say that, able to find that first one. Now Blake as well, struggling to find the trade. You need to find that player. Paper, though, she's able to find one, but still 4 versus 4. A minute to work with here if you're the side of Eden Prairie. And well, for Blake, you just got to stay up here, keep the consistent defense, and you might have a chance in this game, but it is going to take a miracle.
Indeed, man. Here we are. I mean, Alux gets one back. So 4-on-2 situation. Very good spot for the Bears to be in, right? Only 2 players left to find here. And now see how the approach. Paper to peek out first.
One enemy
Dart
remaining.
to try to clear him out, but Piggy on the flank takes care of one. Only Swiss Grip remains. Jumping is not going to save you there, my guy. And Chuckles will open things up in the second half with a successful pistol round for this Blake squad.
Yeah, they're able to get 3 in a row now, and it seems like the train's moving in their direction, but it is definitely not enough to the insane amount of rounds that Eden Prairie does have. As it seems Blake starting to get it together, though. I mean, I don't know, Skep. Are you thinking that Eden Prairie is just playing worse here? Maybe starting to give up some things? Or if Blake's maybe changing what they need to in order to do better?
You know, I think it's just the pistol round really to be found right now. We'll have to see how this round goes. This is an eco round, so they will be saving their funds. Blake with the better gun should be able to find this round. And if Blake drops this one, then I think the match will be over given the current score state. Blake would go back to a financial reset, so they must win this second round of the second half here for Blake standards. Otherwise, we'll have to look for the gun round to come out from Eden Prairie next. Uh-oh, that's not okay. Ilan gives a freebie over, and now a crack in the armor, and B-site up for the taking. Salt finds his second, and now it's a 4v3 trouble for this Blake Bears squad.
That is trouble, 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 and well, now the numbers continue to go against you. Salt for another one. And as Skep said, folks, such an influential round that we are witnessing right now. As it seems like these two players up for the Blake squad have a world of hurt against them right now. They have a task on their hands indeed, and we'll see if Chuckles can get the good shots into one, but on the backside, you gotta watch. You're gonna get taken down, and now Paper, she's the last one up. She's able to find one for her efforts. But I'm afraid that the thrifty round for the attackers here is going to be the case, and it seems like Blake Bears, maybe they are doomed now.
Yeah, you know, a tough run for Blake. It's going to be a gun round here for the side of Eden Prairie, so they should take care of the rest of this one accordingly, I believe. Blake trying to force by what they can, or rather the full guns, or the force buy for Blake, trying to even out against the rifles on the other side. Folks, I want to take a quick second to give a shout out to VERSION1, our primary sponsor of the evening, guys. With V1 supporting this league, players get to play for free thanks to them. No registration fees. Guys, the amount of work that V1 has done for the scene, not only MNVL, but at the collegiate level, the amount of giving back that this professional esports organization has done is just monumental, right? They really are game changers in the Minnesota esports scene. I mean, Epiphany, go ahead and talk a little bit about, you know, what kind of V1 has done for you.
I mean, V1 has only the best team in the Call of Duty League, the Minnesota Rocker, of course, and they happen to be hosting the home series here coming up in April and May, I believe, or maybe it is March, we'll have to see, but regardless, you can come and watch Minnesota Rocker play at a live venue against live Call of Duty League teams like the London Royal Ravens, the Florida Mutineers, the Los Angeles Guerrillas, and as well as the Boston Breach. A bunch of great teams. We'll see if Mr. Dylan Price goes wild. I know he loves LAN, so definitely fun matches to watch.
For sure. And folks, all that great information available on version1.gg, so make sure you stop by, check it out. Nothing but the best from V1. Chuckle's going to get taken care of. No big deal. Goman Asai on match point round drops the first Blake Bear. Now only 4 lives stand between EP and a 13-3 victory. Alux makes it a 4v3. So doubles down. What a good showing from the man on the chamber in mid, and Illan adds to the tally.
Yep, Illan gonna add to the tally, and it seems like right now the Blake Bears, they do have that man advantage, but they are still on the struggle bus. As you were mentioning before, if they didn't win that last round, things would be in a very, very bad spot. Here comes Goman Asai with the neon. Oh, okay. And now it's gonna be Blake now. 2-1 man advantage. They could win this round here. We'll see if Salt's able to clutch up with the ult. Maybe the knives can come in clutch here. But Olympex, he's got the oh no, the 180. Okay, yeah, that is not what you like to see, folks, but it is going to end up being Eden Prairie taking the 13-3 win against the Blake Bears, and I gotta say that is indication of a rough season for the Bears here, and I don't know how much more they're going to be able to do to get a good seeding for divisionals at all at this point, and now we see how just much they have to work on. You're really running out of time to fix your mistakes.
Yeah, man, really tough look coming out from Blake. Definitely just going to have to go back to the drawing board and think about a lot, right? Going to have to start practicing and playing more if they want to turn this season around. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of similar results compared to what we've been seeing. Because right now, Blake just not really finding many rounds of success, if any at all.
Yeah, none at all. It seems like this is a continuous pattern, and finding the way out is going to be imperative for success later on, and a possible chance at state, but it seems like that chance is dwindling very, very quickly. But folks, I just want to give a quick shout out to production for making sure that we're able to get back up on this stream here, to make sure that we're able to have these things succeed here, at least in the end, and to have some audio going. Of course, don't have all our assets and everything, but I want to give also a big shout out to Skep for sticking through with me on the cast, and to you guys in the chat for sticking through to watch this final game. truly, truly been an honor, and we'll make sure we get everything back on point for next week.
Yeah, man.